If you want to be able to buy the most expensive players and open the best packs in FC25, go to u7buy.com to buy your EA FC25 coins. It's cheaper than buying FC points and just as reliable. With their already amazing prices, you can get an extra 8% using promo code Inception at checkout. Okay guys, so we're going to be making two separate videos for the evolutions, because I think with one of them it is the president, and then the other one there is more to it, right? Because with Become Immortal there is two added play styles, and then I think these cards become 92 rated. But yeah, definitely need to do more research on that, because I think you'll definitely have like a lot of different options you could potentially go with. So we could take a look at what those potential options could be, right? But for now, for this video, we'll be doing the president first, okay? So with the president, what are they doing with this one? Okay, so center back, ball playing, defender, center, a cam, shadow striker, anticipate, paint pass, anticipate, technical, tiki-taka, incisive pass, center back, defender, cam, playmaker, plus. Brother, is the whole point of this evolution to make defenders attackers? I mean, I guess you give them the stat increase, because the playstyle pluses, anticipate plus would be good, depending on who you give it to. And then playstyle plus incisive pass. Incisive pass wouldn't be bad either. That would actually be really solid too. But like they give like Shadow Striker and stuff too. Let's take a look at these ones here. So we have, oh, I see. Okay, so you get a dribbling boost. So is the purpose of this one to actually have the capability of using them in the attacking positions? I'm guessing that's like the main thing here, right? Because with this card, box to box center mid. So technically, if I give him a shadow and then I use him as a center mid, I have playmaker plus as a center mid. That's not too bad, actually. Shadow Striker for Cam is not horrible, but that's only with the intention of giving him a hunter and being okay with him being a more physical-oriented attacker. Right? Because I am looking mainly in like the defensive positions. His first touch and pings pass in the side areas, if I'm playing like a 4-2-3-1 and he's like in a Shadow Striker plus Cam, might not be like completely horrible, but at the same time, like you might not be able to dribble with a card like this in that general position anyway. So it's a little bit of a weird one. Right? The dribbling would not be like the craziest. Mateus. So you turn Mateus into a 4-star, 5-star player. And then same route, probably give him a shadow. Power shot, incisive pass, pings pass, tiki-taka, anticipate, rapid, quick step, relentless, and aerial. Okay. On a shadow, the pace boost would be nice. The defensive boost would also be pretty nice. But like, it seems like the whole point of this one is just to make them attackers. Like some of these cards that are trending, I don't blame people for trending them, because meta-wise, people are not going to want to use more physical players up top. Like Van Dijk over here gets an upgrade, right? And the reason why he gets the upgrade and why people like this so much is because Van Dijk by default has really good base mechanic stuff to stay in the center back position, right? But the whole concept of this seems to be the ability to play him in the cam position, because the way that he's boosted here, and then you give him like a hunter, it's like it'd be hilarious to use him in that cam position, right? With the Shadow Striker plus. But yeah, generally speaking, I think people would still use him, you know, as an actual center back, because his animations would be solid. But it's debatable if you'd want to give like incisive pass and stuff on these types of guys. Like I think long ball, honestly, long ball or pinged pass in the center back position is good. But I think going in the route of having an aerial and then giving incisive is a little bit strange. Because again, it just looks like the whole concept of this thing is to actually have the capability of using them in the attacking position. So I could see why people think this one is a little bit of a weird one, to be honest. Yeah, Pau Kubarsi. So anticipate and long ball is good. And then he gets tiki taka, technical, incisive pass. So those will also be very good. The stat improvement is definitely solid. So Cam, Shadow Striker, Defender, plus. Center back, ball playing defender, Cam, plus. I mean, to be fair, the upgrade on this one is mainly for... I mean, he gets a physical boost too, to be fair. Controlled explosive with higher acceleration, higher sprint speed. That's for center back with just one... Oh, 2 defender plus. Okay. That's not too bad. Not too bad. The card, I mean, he's not a lengthy, right? But he has good play styles. Anticipate plus with intercept, jockey with bruiser, working with the anticipate, aerial. Like, he has a lot of good stuff. And then, sure, if you want to have some fun, you're making like some sort of Barcelona team. In technicality, you can use him as a cam if you really want to. I mean, anticipate and long ball is not horrible to have in that cam position, to be honest. As long as it's like really down the middle, you know? But yeah, he's 6 foot tall. He looks like an actual defender. It's mainly like just the stat improvements that people would be looking for with a card like that for sure. Fernando Hierro gets incisive pass. Again, with this one... Like, that's the thing, right? Like, you're looking at this, it's like, yeah, the whole concept of this is take your center back to their youth by adding the cam position along with attacking attributes across the board, and you play style that role including incisive pass and anticipate plus. Yeah, like I said, I get it, but like people have to pay 100K for this, and then they don't know the direction after that. Like, that's the main thing here, right? Because you can do this, and to be completely honest, if they drop an evolution in the future that gives you even better stats in certain areas, like, you're kind of cooking. But I'm just curious to see if this has like some chain ones as of right now, right? Like, if I go to the president, yeah, like it's mainly a Chinese dude. Walker, this guy's the one that trends the most. Look at that. Bro, some of these cards have so many different playstyles. Holy, like if you did some chain evils. Yeah, see, like incisive pass, long ball. Oh yeah, this one, guys, like it's gonna make the most sense for like the chain ones, man. Like if you still have some of these things like Puppeteer into Guardian of the Pitch, but like this one, it tells you how much you have to pay for the whole thing, right? Or no, over here it doesn't. 3,500? Definitely not 3,500. I don't know if Easy SBC actually shows like the max price for this. I don't think they do. But yeah, I think like the chain evils could potentially be pretty crazy. I've never seen anybody use a crazy chain evil like this, by the way. Like sentimental wise, I don't know if you guys have, but never. Because a lot of these cards exist. I have never once seen. Like, I've seen people do evolutions for, like, Barca players and stuff. Like, I've faced, like, Barca teams, but, like, nothing like this. Like, nothing that has been improved like this sentimental-wise, you know what I'm saying? Because from what I'm looking at so far, like, that's what this kind of looks like. It looks like this is the direction that you would head towards. Because if you have some sort of card that is sentimental to you, and then it's like, oh, I can use them as an attacker for fun. You know what I mean? Like Ramos over here, like Santa Clara, right? I have the ability to use a card like this in the attack, but like with Anticipate, I don't know if I would really do that all the time. Like this one has 93 dribbling. So it would be hilarious to then give him a Hunter and then use him in the actual cam position because like it's a huge upgrade. And like he has finesse, he has tiki-taka, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, they're strangely formatted for that if I were to do that. There's gonna be so many different ones. Like Venancio is gonna have one too. Yeah, see, like Hunter chemistry style, huge pace boost, huge shooting boost. Your dribbling is in a significantly better area, except for the actual dribbling department. That's actually pretty horrible. So it's like, imagine, imagine you upgrade this card like this, but then it's like it still has 88 dribbling with a very much needed Hunter chemistry style. Like, that's why people don't really do that stuff that much, right? But yeah, definitely have to look at your chain evils for this. 100%. Because right now, from what I'm seeing, like if you're going for like guarantees and you don't really know what the future holds, yeah, you're gonna go for a lot of these cards just for like the stat upgrades in particular. Like even Chouameni, right? Cards like this before, you probably wouldn't really consider using as an actual center mid, right? But with this card, you could, because he has 89 shooting, right? And the shooting is clearly improved. His dribbling is in the 90s area. On a shadow, he has mid 90s with good defensive stats, good base card stats for physical. So generally speaking, in the center mid position, it would be decent, but he doesn't have like the playstyles for it because again, this thing is really formatted for you to use as an actual attacker, like press proven plus with incisive pass, and you got a 4-star, 5-star. Then you got a guy that's on the shadow striker plus plus, or a guy that just passes the ball well with a playmaker, right? He has plus plus for like center half, wide half, deep playing defender, or a ball playing defender. Sorry, I think of the CDM position, but a little bit weird on those ones, you know. Saliba the president cam position, that'd be so funny with him. Yeah, the whole point is to you. It's the concept. Like honestly, like it depends on how they improve them because we don't know where the evolution line is going to head towards. But from what I'm looking at with this thing, like it's just one of those like fun evolutions. Like you just use a center back in the attack. Because the stat improvements are nice, but like you kind of remove certain things. Like having pace like this on this card wouldn't be bad, but like, dude, giving them incisive pass and stuff is kind of weird, you know? Not kind of weird, it just is weird. The rest of the play styles are nice, but the incisive pass like doesn't make sense because again, it's meant for you to use as an actual attacker, but then it's like, okay, I use them as an attacker, but then you improve the dribbling so much, which is great because it's kind of the point of it, but then the pace is not exactly where it needs to be to really outrun people at this point, you know? Especially for an Evo that you're paying 100k for. Like imagine Nesta, intercept and slide tackle. So he gets the pace boost, he gets the dribbling boost. Yeah, like people would unlock this just for him to be the most usable ever, right? You have to be very careful though with these evolutions, guys, because you never know, you know, at some point in the future, if they drop an actual center back Evo that gives you center back stuff. Because in his case, like you're giving him some play styles that would just be very helpful in the center back position. Like incisive pass is still nice to have, nice to be given. Anticipate, bruiser, incisive. Like this is probably the most usable version I've ever seen of Nesta, to be completely honest with you guys, man. You know, it's interesting because you look at evolutions like this and it's like, yeah, there's going to be some chain ones that you're definitely going to have to take a look at because generally speaking, like what it actually looks like is this one is probably like one of the more usable ones because first touch and pinged pass I think are very, very solid to work with in that general area. I think because of how big he is at 6'4", I probably would use him like mainly, excuse me, in the sided cam positions. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm playing a 4-2-3-1 or something. Yeah, because like defensive stats in that area would not be a horrible thing to work with. He still has pinged pass, first touch, which I think would be very helpful for him. It would just be like that more physical type attacker. But like 100k for it, you know, could be cracked. Yeah, it could be. 9 defenders and 1 attacker. Thanks, EA. Certified Magician is the clear option. Literally not wrong, to be honest. Like if you were to do it, yeah, probably this one. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, and then this one is a 4-star skill, 5-star weak foot. I think I prefer the skill moves over the weak foot, to be honest. Yeah. People are comparing the two because that's how like weird it is. Fly tackle, incisive pass. Yeah. I'm telling you guys this right now. With this one, like, you can understand the concept behind it, but the reality of it is debatable whether you would actually play them in those spots. You know what I mean, guys? Like this one probably has, it's just mainly this one, the president. So you'd pay to get a usable version of Carlos Puyol, because I don't think this guy was ever a lengthy, unless I'm wrong. No, because I'm just basing that off of like previous years. You know what I mean? So he goes up in price for people that want to have a way more usable version of Carlos Puyol. Like, they probably could go down this route. I'm not sure why he goes up in price so much though. Oh, CDM plus. What do you have at CDM? Okay, so that makes more sense a little bit. I think he would still need an intercept, to be honest, but yeah, I mean, this actually doesn't look bad. Oh, center mid. Holding plus just as a center mid. He would need more rolls. If he had more rolls as a center mid, this card kind of cooks, to be honest. Actually, he doesn't... rolls wise, not a horrible choice there, to be honest. Nano Hierro, and then there was Bremer. Bremer was the SBC card. Let me see Bremer. So... okay, so the main thing here is, so there's this version here. You give a shadow to be a mostly lengthy. You go to this version here, you take off the mostly lengthy, but then you do that because you have the intention to use him as an attacker. But if you do that, you got to give him a hunter, and that's no longer a lengthy, so you work with 90 acceleration. And then he has anticipate and jockey as an attacker. No, like you do this. The thing is that you wouldn't do that though. Like, you would give him a shadow, and maybe base card stats wise it'd be fine, but for me, like, I think removing that is not like super ideal, you know? Not super ideal. We'll check out some of these Become Immortal options that could potentially be coming out, because we have to kind of like look into the future as well, you know what I mean? Gotta look into the future, because base mechanic stuff I think is gonna be very important to take a look at with that stuff. Yeah. Didn't we do Certified Magician? I forget because there's so many different Evos. Did we not do Certified Magician? Oh, no, we did Certified Magician. Yeah, during that time period. Sorry. Immortal, the president. Center back, direct upgrade. Yeah. Guys, listen, long story short, this is for you to upgrade sentimental cards that you want to have fun with in the attacking positions, if they're formatted for that. Like, Carlos Puyol is not a horrible option, to be honest, just because like he has the CDM center mid position changes, like center back wise, like you don't care about not having lengthy because he never had it anyway, so you would do this for like increased usability and stuff, right? But most of the cards that you'll see trending here, they're not fully going to make a lot of sense to use in those areas unless you're trying to have fun with certain things. Like Ronald over here in the attacking positions would have a block plus and an incisive. Like, you're not going to do that, right? Like, you're going to have incisive or you're going to have block plus as a defender. This one a little bit more interesting, to be fair, just because of the fact that you can potentially use him as a right back, but you just have to be mindful because he has lower acceleration without a lengthy, and then you give him a lengthy on an anchor, but then it decreases his pace, right? So yeah, Koundé might make sense too. You can't really go wrong with a Koundé, to be honest. You can't really go wrong with him. The pace is not super high, of course, but the dribbling boost to be used in the right back position would not be horrible. Honestly, the pace in the center back position might not be bad either, because a quick step, he might be like a really good agile type center back, because at least with this one, they don't improve him in the attacking sense when it comes to playstyle pluses. You know what I'm saying? So these types of things would actually be pretty helpful. So a Koundé would definitely make sense if you were to go down that route in the game currently. Long ball and block is not bad. No intercept on the card for Witsel, but that's like not a horrible thing. Because again, you take out the lengthy part of the card. I mean, he can actually be a lengthy on an anchor. That's not too bad. Definitely missing some playstyles to be super nice, but 5-star weak foot with good dribbling while still being lengthy at 92 is not horrible, to be honest. But then again, the whole concept of the evolution, sure, give him a hunter, use him in the attack. Do you want to use block up there? Debatable, right? Debatable. But yeah, I think we'll leave it there for this one, because this is like a more of a concept, right? Like with Ruben Diaz, like if you still have that card, like you can give him the improvements, but if you give him a shadow, oh, he's still a lengthy on a shadow. That's actually pretty good. The incisive pass is a waste of time on him a little bit. I prefer long ball, to be honest, or pinged. Pinged is like the big one, right? But I mean, he does get the stat improvements. But like I said, this evolution, a little bit of a weird one because it's mainly to create center backs, especially for people that are building like fun ones, and then be able to use them in the attack whenever you want, and then switch them back to center back because they still get the stat improvements. Just be careful when you do that, though, because if you do that, they might not be lengthy anymore to play them as a center back again. So just have to be mindful of those things when looking at this evolution. But yeah, let's upload this one, and we'll check out the new Immortal one after this one.